Good Sunday morning, everyone. Cambrell Marshall, KPRC Channel 2 meteorologist. Thank you for using click2houston.com to get up to speed on what's going on with your weather. It's going to be a stormy kind of finish to our weekend here, I think. We're looking outside. I have a Houston camera shot where you see overcast skies here in the pre-dawn hours, 73 degrees, 72 at Katy, 77 in Hobby. A little warmer along the coast in Galveston. Those 70s are still warmer than what we normally are this time of the year. We're starting to see that wind from the east and southeast continues, but we've got a stormy start this morning. Depending on where you are, you may have been awakened by lightning and thunder this morning. Up to the north, certainly that's been the case. Mid 70s will be the starting temperature this morning. This afternoon, isolated heavy rainfall from time to time, lightning as well. We've been seeing that yesterday as well overnight. A lot of the folks up in San Jacinto, Houston, Liberty counties had a lot of rain in different places, but most areas from I-10 down to the coast did not have an awful lot. We're seeing that happening in the overnight very early this morning. Tonight, we're going to have scattered showers continuing into Monday when we'll even have more. Here's exact track radar as of about 5:30 this morning. Look what's going on up in the Crockett area. Lufkin, severe thunderstorm warning there that's scheduled to expire at 6:15. But there have been a number of severe thunderstorm warnings throughout that area for the last 7, 8, 9 hours. And so that's where we still have that instability. It shows that instability throughout the area. If you have not had that storm, then you're one of the few that have not. I set this back on the last 12 hours, and look what happens here throughout that period of time. Very strong storm, Bryan-College Station moving along. Another one up to the north of Bryan-College Station moving along, and now forming that thunderstorm there that's part of that system there. That's what's been happening over the last several hours, the instability in the atmosphere. So not everyone's getting it, but when you do get it, strong, heavy downpour. The good news is it's moving about 20 miles an hour, and that means that it's not going to have any flooding issues. Down in Pearland, Brazoria, Galveston counties, this is a 3-hour loop from the sea breeze firing up. I got a call from a friend down in the Manville area, and whoa, I got awakened. And that's when you saw that pulse up and didn't go severe, but still strong enough to get your attention for sure. Take a broader shot here of what's going on throughout the area and throughout the state, in fact. You see that this is where the outline is, where the instability is, a front. It just kind of stalled out there. It's not moving along, and therefore we've got that instability along it, and that's going to continue to be the case there, right? You can see the bars. I put the wind bars there showing where the instability is. That's where a lot of those storms will fire up associated with that line. Looking at the broader shot here, the area of low pressure well to the north. In fact, water vapor loop, you can see that rotation there. Right there, that's that big area that's causing all of that, the instability all along that line there. And a little bit further out, you can see we still have a lot of moisture in the upper levels of the atmosphere coming into the Houston area that you see white and blues. That's really a lot of moisture there. Drier air as well trying to get in, but we've got enough moisture that's coming in from Mexico, and a little bit of a disturbance is going to be causing some issues coming in from this area. Futurecast model for this morning. Notice all along this line here where this front has been. It put this in motion throughout the morning on Sunday, going into Sunday afternoon into the evening hours. You continue to see all of that right along that line there. And we still have this disturbance from the south that'll be moving up. Closer shot here shows what we can expect throughout the day. Isolated, popping up, pulsing up. This Futurecast model has not been the most effective over the last 24 hours, but it is an example of what we can expect to see. A little bit more activity down south along the coast from Interstate 10 to the south going forward here through Monday morning. And then we see more going into Monday into Tuesday, very early into Tuesday morning, another front well to our north. The trailing end of that will impact us going into Monday in the overnight hours on Tuesday. You see that coming in there going into very early on Tuesday morning before we get done with this going into Wednesday. In terms of rainfall amounts going into the Monday time period here, some of the areas can expect to get about 3 inches, but most everybody will be about a ½ an inch to less than that. But you see this areas where you swaths, a strong heavy downpour is there, and then along the coast there, so we can expect that to be the case. So 1 to 3 inches possible throughout the next couple of days here. Scattered showers, thunderstorms. Some of them could be severe, as we've seen in those northern counties. Isolated heavy rainfall moving pretty quickly, so not a lot of flooding expected except the street flooding variety, and some hail will be included in some of that as well. Bigger concern going into Monday and into Tuesday. Today, Astros and the Indians. They start, it's actually at 1 o'clock, 1:10 today. And it's going to be raining off and on, so be ready for all that. Next 12 hours going into the mid-80s. If we get more rain, then we won't get to the mid-80s, but I think we'll probably get there with those rain chances staying pretty consistently about 40% to 50% throughout. Look at the 10-day forecast. By the way, I don't have Astros all the way through, but they are all the way through to next Sunday. They're home, so if you want to see a nice little baseball game, roof's closed, so go down and check them out. 50% today. Monday, 70%. Some areas will see more than 70% chances. Tuesday, 50%, and then it clears out going into the week, going into Memorial Day weekend, where our temperatures go back up to the 90s very consistently, upper 80s and 90s toward the end of the week. Enjoy.